All right, guys, we are so excited that you tuned in here tonight. This is an It Works Global Opportunity 20-minute evening that we're going to just chat with you a little bit about these awesome double good bonuses that are going on right now with It Works Global. The good part stands for get out of debt. So we're going to really dive into that and let you guys know about an awesome opportunity that literally could change your future. So we're really excited. So we're John and Liz Enter from Nicollet, Minnesota. And we've been with this company for about 3.5 years. And, this very opportunity changed our entire future. 3.5 years ago, we were a WIC family. We were a paycheck to paycheck family. We were on every possible government aid, even dentist. Even thinking about that, we had dental and government insurance, everything you could possibly think of, just because that's what our life was at that time. I was a previous Lutheran school teacher, and then when we had kids, we always said, I would come home and raise kids from home, and even though that was an awesome thing to be able to do, we struggled big time financially. So maybe you can talk about, John, what you were doing at that time.
Sure. So I had my own carpentry business. After many years of working for the next guy, I had always dreamed of owning my own business and thought that was the answer to really, being successful enough in the world to make a living for my family. And, we had some really good times. We had some times that we struggled, and ultimately in the end it was more struggles than it was really good times. And I'm sure there's probably some of the guys that are going to be listening out there that can probably relate to that. If you're working for yourself, you're probably can relate to me when I was chief cook and bottle washer. You do the paperwork, you do the bidding, you do the schmoozing, you do the PR work, you do everything in between. And at the end of the day, what I found is that I spent more time away from my family, who I was really working to be with, than I did with them. And so it was really that classic struggle, if you will, to try and, put enough money in the bank account and yet be there for your family. And so when It Works found us, I don't think we really had an idea about what the opportunity really entailed. And I guess that's kind of where I'll turn it back over to Liz, is that, when she went to conference that first year, the vision really changed for what we had in our hand. And we had been in the business about 4 months at that time.
Yeah. I really didn't know much what this opportunity was until I did go to Florida. The company happens to be out of Tampa, Florida, which is a nice state to visit if you are not in a warm state, and we are not in Minnesota. And some of the Jersey people on here, they aren't really either. So we love that we can go down there and have trips and tax write-offs and, paycations, we call them. But, when I got down there, I didn't realize that, this business was far more than I was actually taking advantage of. I was really just more sharing the opportunity as far as the health and wellness products. It was, just really doing more of just sharing the products and the awesomeness that went with that. And when I got down there is what I realized, I could really be, building a team, and things could really be for us in our family. And so really when I came home, I told my husband, we're going to go double diamond. We're going to rewire you, because I heard all these stories on stage of people just like you and I that were struggling financially. I mean, just terribly. And, food lines and credit card debt up the wazoo, and, just all those types of things. And I'm like, if they can do that, then why in the world can't we do that? So we just really got busy and came home. And in about 9 months from that point, we went to a level that's called Double Diamond, which was a $6,000 per month average. And that was way more than we were making with the construction business. But it was just something that I'm like, let's do this. Where do you get a chance to do this? So, I would just want to start with what does it look like to actually join this business? And this is what we did about 3.5, almost 4 years ago. So John, if you wouldn't mind putting that slide up.
Yeah, I mean, and I think, just as we transition into that, the reason that we tell you that is because not to impress you, but to really impress upon you what the opportunity is with It Works, and the fact that we were able to entirely rewrite our financial and life future with our family by saying yes to the opportunity and by working these 3 simple steps that we're going to show you right now. So here we go. Let's see.
All right. Can you see it? All right. Awesome.
We're going to do full screen.
So this is what we did 3 and almost 4 years ago. We joined the party with It Works. We didn't really know what we were getting into, but we said, you know what? We do need something. We did know that. And we just didn't really know what it all entailed, but we jumped in because we didn't have anything else, right? We didn't have an opportunity sitting at our fingertips. And this looked like something that could be just amazing for us. And really, I started for my own health, but then I really realized, oh my goodness, there were other people that they had ailments, they had problems, they had low energy, they had this, they had that, and we had a product that could help everyone. And then I realized, oh my goodness, there's other people struggling like us. They're financially struggling. They're really, really having a hard time making ends meet. So then I started sharing the business. And so this is what it looks like. When you join the party with It Works Global, it's $99 to get started. And this is what we love. You know, John was a traditional business owner. So, you know, when he started his construction business, it was a way bigger investment, right? Thousands of dollars to get started. And then with everything that goes along with owning a traditional business. Well, with It Works, this is what's really cool. It's $99 to get started. And with the kit, you actually get 4 wraps, that box of wraps. And those wraps you actually can sell for $25 a piece. And you can make back your initial investment. And you can see that it comes with 4 mini defining gels, so you can try it, your friends can try it, you can try a wrap, sell the 3 wraps, use the wraps yourself, doesn't matter. Whatever you need, whatever you're looking for. It comes with Fab Wrap. And then you can see that it also comes with some Blitz cards, which are our coupon cards, the Wrap magazine, which is our company's, it has its own catalog, which is cool. Comes with a party pad, an It Works bracelet, and a store discount flyer. So that's really step number 1, is actually just making the commitment to say, you know what, we're tired, we're sick and tired of doing the same thing. You know, we know that if we don't make a change, our lives are just going to be the same. And so I always tell people, why not try? Like, why not? The worst case scenario is, you know, you join on and you tighten, tone, and firm your abs, you know, if you decide not to sell the 4 wraps. So your abs are a little bit nicer now. That ought to be, you know, a terrible thing, right? Or best case scenario, you come in like we did, you catch the vision of what this business is and what this opportunity is, and your life is completely different. And it can be completely different in 3 months from now, in 2 months from now. You actually could be saying, well, you know what? I think I want to transition from my normal job to this full time. That's how quickly things can change with this kind of an opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm just going to mention this too. This really is an earn while you learn situation. And the reason I want to say that is because we were actually over at Rasmussen College today, having a little business meeting over there. And I saw a billboard that said, you could be a dental assistant in 6 months. And that really hit me because I was like, okay, so I can be a dental assistant, and there's like a salary that goes along with that, maybe $35,000, $40,000, whatever that looks like. And I thought to myself, so I have to pay for my education, obviously, while I'm going here, and I don't get to earn any money because they don't pay me to earn while I learn. But I thought, with It Works, you literally get to spend $99 and you start to learn right away and get better and better, and your paycheck keeps growing and growing as you go along. I was like, that's a fantastic thought right there. So nothing against school, but this is an earn while you learn system. So
yeah, so $99. And then, you know, you get a $20 website, but your first month is for free. And every month thereafter, you're going to pay $20. And it just allows you to totally manage your eSuite, your back office, and to be able to see what's all going on and be able to have a website so that you can send people to that to check things out. So that's pretty cool, $20. And then there's also called what's an auto ship. So basically, you're going to be having products come to you every single month that you're going to want to be on anyways, because why would you not want to know what your products are doing as your customers are asking you, well, what does this do? And you're like, well, let me just tell you what it did for me. Or let me just tell you what it did for my husband. Or let me just tell you what the greens did for my kids. Or let me just tell you. So you want to become a product of your product. So I always tell John that monthly shipment of stuff, that 80 is never enough for our family anyways. We're way above that because we love the products. We absolutely love them. They're life-changing. They're things that we can't live without. Like every single day I wondered how I did it before when I'm constantly on my Confianza, my greens, our ProFit, our wrapping, our facialing, our cleanser. I mean, you could just go on and on. The oils, I mean, it's just the cleanse that just came out. I mean, we can go on and on about that.
And your Confianza.
Yes, and my Confianza, exactly. So, that's something that's really cool. And who gets to be paid to be in great health and always improving their own health by becoming a product of your product? Seriously, that's so sweet.
And something that Cammie just mentioned the other night too was your auto ship is actually tax deductible because the company makes you, essentially run that as part of your distributorship. So guys, I don't even want to go into taxes and all the applications that there are in taxes, but this is huge. So moving on to step 2. That was step 1.
Woo. Yeah.
Check out step 2.
Hey. So step number 2 is gathering 4 loyal customers. And you can see it says in your first 30 days. So that's going to be your first homework assignment. We are going to tell you, all right, so who do you think can be product testers for you? Can your mom product test out some Confianza for you? Can your best friend, would she like to try, it doesn't matter. There's so many things, what would they like to try out for, for at least 3 months for you and give you a testimony of how they're feeling, what it's doing for them, what they're loving, all that kind of a thing. So 4 loyal customers in your first 30 days, and the company rewards you with 120 in free product credit. So that's a shopping spree for you to go ahead and just pick out whatever else you want to use with your 120. Become more of a product of your product. Or like me in the beginning, we didn't have a lot of extra income, so I needed to make that money. So I got 2 boxes of wraps with my 120, and I took that $200 in cash once I sold all those wraps for $25 a piece, and I put that back into my business, into the next auto shipment that I knew that was coming. So that's what's really cool too. You can do that. And then you can see every time you gather 2 loyal customers, you get this cute little wrap reward. So what does that mean, honey?
So wrap rewards are every time you gather those 2 loyal customers, like Liz was saying, you are going to get a wrap reward, which is either a box of facials or a box of wraps, which is 4 in there a piece, for $25. Simple as that. And you turn that box of wraps around that you spent $25 on, and essentially you're going to make $75 on that because you charge $25 per wrap as you either sell them or put them back on other people to sample the product. So, and we talked about the 120 already?
We did.
So perfect. I mean, it's just that simple. I mean, that's step 2. That's a go-to. And what that's also going to do is as a new distributor, when you grab those 4 loyal customers, that's going to give you the needed volume to advance to the next promotional level. So it's really genius.
Yeah, and you're going to teach your team to do this too. As people come on, distributors, as we talk in step 3, you're going to teach them the steps of success. You're going to make sure that they know that they can cash into all these awesome rewards as well. So step number 3, this is why you've been invited to this call, because this is so exciting. Our company is offering right now double good bonuses. And this is the first level for that double get out of debt bonus. And so right now what's going on is a $1,000 Ruby bonus. John's going to show that right there. Boom. So $1,000 Ruby bonus, and you have 2 full calendar months to achieve that. So you are in the month of February, and this goes through the end of February. So that's why you're on this. That's why you're being sent this recording, because you know what? Somebody really, really wants you to know about this, because it's a life-changing experience, and it could completely help you, and who knows what it could do for your life.
And did we mention, so it's double this year. Last year at this time, we actually had that bonus came in at $500, and it was essentially a 2-time payout. Split into 2 payments, and this year they doubled it to $1,000, and it's being paid out in 1 installment. So a couple of changes there. I think they're really exciting because, a lot of times people coming into this business, they're like, I need to make some money really quickly, and it's like we're giving you away All you have to do is go out and gather those 4 low customers and go out there and grab your 5 distributors, and boom, you can go and grab this Ruby bonus.
So let's talk about what the Ruby looks like. What does it mean to go Ruby? So if you see that cute little red girl, that would be you. And you might be a man. You can change it to a man, whatever. I don't know why it's funny. So that's you. And then you got the 3 people. We call it the top line, but 3 people come into your business, and maybe that's a best friend. Maybe that's a coworker. Maybe that's your mom, your sister, your cousin, whatever that looks like. So 3 people who also need this opportunity as well. They join the party like you did for $99. They gather their 4 loyal customers just like you did. And then of those 3, one of them actually brings on 2 people into their business. Maybe that's their best friend or their coworker, whatever that looks like. Or maybe you actually brought somebody on and you can actually place people in this business, which is really kind of cool too. That's we call that being able to bless others, which is awesome. So 5 people, that's what it looks like. 5 people on your in your business.
In your structure.
In your structure, if you want to call it, in your organization. And when you do that in your first 2 calendar months, that means you're joining in February, you have all of March and all of April to hit that Ruby level. So then now you're getting paid on average. Rubies get about $500 to $600 per month, can be plus or minus a little bit there. And that's life-changing in itself to have an extra $500 to $600 per month. I mean, you think about, man, what could I do with that? That could be a car payment. That could be a credit card statement payment. That could be a loan that I'm trying to chip away at. That could be
braces for your kid.
That could be the dryer that breaks down and you're just not prepared for it. And what are you going to do? You know what I mean? Those kinds of things. And then when you hit that by the end of April, then the company will give you $1,000 bonus, a double good bonus, because you hit that level. So not only just talking about that, but I just quickly want to show you too that there's also the Emerald bonus going on too, and that's a $2,000 bonus, and that's really awesome too. And then there's a Diamond, double, triple, Presidential, Ambassador. So there's a lot of bonuses going on right now. So that's pretty rocking awesome, and you actually can get them all if you just keep going through the ranks.
And as a viewer, you might be saying to yourself, well, this is just kind of weird. Like, I've never seen all these bonuses in any other company. What's going on with that? So, the long story short is our company went debt-free in 2008. Mm-hmm. And, our CEO, Mark Pentecost, has liberty to do crazy stuff like this, mm-hmm. because he is running a debt-free company. And I don't know about you, but that's pretty important to me, because the last company that we were a part of actually went under because they were not debt-free. So it's huge.
It is. All right, let's move on to the next slide.
All right, here we go.
So this is really fun. This is really, really fun, because when I saw this chart for the first time, I was like, what? This cannot be true. This cannot be real. Can this really be something that people are actually making great income in? And actually, we're living proof that we are stay-at-home parents with Networks Global. So we have seen it. We have gone to work with it, though. We are not ones that just let things just fall into my lap, and it won't. You have to get out there and you have to work the business. And, but you can do what you want in this business. You are paid according to your efforts, which is really, really awesome. So, you look at distributor, an extra $752 in the year. Executive is 2 people on your team, and that's an extra $3,132. And you can see Ruby, that's an extra $5,603. Emerald, $10,000. Diamond, $23,000. You can see it exponentially grows, like doubles and triples as you move up. John is a diamond, or a double diamond, excuse me. I'm a triple diamond. And right now, John's working towards triple, and I'm working towards presidential. And it's really exciting to know that I was a teacher, a Lutheran school teacher, and probably the most I'd ever get paid would probably be about $35,000 maybe in the year. And so this is really exciting to know that you can do something like that here. And I didn't go to school for this kind of stuff, right? We do have a really good support system. We do have some really great coaching and guiding and training. I can guarantee you that when you come into this business, that you are going to learn some really great things. And you might even become a way better person than you are right now, too.
Well, that just made me think of a quote that I saw the other day. And it was, because some of y'all are looking at these numbers going, well, how much money, like obviously on the left side, we're going, well, maybe that's not enough. And if you're looking on the right side, you're like, well, how much money does it take to be enough, right? But, the quote that I saw was, Being rich is having a lot of money. Being wealthy is having your time, owning your time. And that's what I want to leave you with from this page, is that Liz and I own our time. I never thought I was going to be able to say that. When I was working for the next guy and I promised Liz I would be home early on a Friday so that we could start our family weekend together, and that time ran into 7, 8 o'clock before I'd get home, that made me feel bad. I did not own my time. So, for us, as we migrate towards the right side of the chart, it's not about the dollar figure for us, but we know that as we move over there, we're helping so many other people get freedom of time. So
yeah, it's really exciting. It's very exciting. Financial and time freedom are, the two top things that people, some of you might be thinking, well, why should I join It Works? Why, what's the big deal? Well, health and wellness is projected to be in 2017 $1 trillion industry. So if you're kind of thinking to yourself, why should I choose health and wellness? Why should I? Well, that's the thing. You know what I mean? People are more sick than ever. And so that's a huge reason why you should pick health and wellness, because it's going to be projected to be a $1 trillion industry.
And not just health and wellness, but a proven company. We're 15 years out with this company. They've gone through the sweat equity part of this building process. And, we're at a very, very special place in our company right now when there's about 100,000 distributors being paid worldwide. We're in 20 countries now. And, it's a special time because we're really at a threshold where if you take a company like XYZ company that sells makeup, they have about 2.5 million distributors in their company. And you take a company like ours who is at a ground floor level at 100,000, and you suddenly start to see that we're not a household name yet, but we very soon will be. And when that happens, we position ourselves to be in not only a position to help people, but a position to help ourselves.
Right. And just think all the giving back you can do. Like, I don't need that much money, right? But I think of how much help I can, do. I know of our school, our kids go to Lutheran school, and it gives us opportunity and choices to say, I want my kids to be in a Lutheran school or a Christian school besides a public school, because public school system maybe isn't so great anymore. And it just gives us options. And like our school that we have now, they need a gym in a big, big way. And I'm like, who's going to raise money for that? Well, hey, we can. We can go ahead and work our ways up the ranks and do that.
Yeah, and you mentioned gives back too. I'm proud to say that we are a proud, not a member, but we are proud contributors and proud to be a part of an establishment that It Works really started and gives back. And we just had a big gathering in our town last weekend, and we raised over $4,500 for Gives Back. So,
with 400 people there,
we can do so much more when we get focused and we are all on the same track, and we're definitely one team, one mission with It Works. So next slide.
Boom. So really the last thing to ask you is really, it is your choice. Where do you see yourself? Do you see yourself just wanting to become a loyal customer and saving on all the awesome, wholesale pricing and the perk points that you earn and the free shipping at month 4 and the money that they give back at month 6 and month 12? Or are you like us where you said, you know what? We really need not only some improvement in health, but we seriously need some extra income. Our finances are not good right now.
And making great money isn't for everybody, right? I mean, and being part of a great team isn't for everybody. Some people like to totally go it alone, and some people, I shouldn't say that. Do they really like struggling paycheck to paycheck? I know we didn't, but those are some things that It Works offers, is a team atmosphere. We don't compete against each other. We complete each other. You're in business for yourself, but not by yourself with It Works. We do stuff like Zooming and, stuff like what you see here tonight. This is how we team train across the country. I mean, we have people in Norway and beyond, and the day and age of electronics, computers makes it so simple to connect like family in your own living room. I just love it.
Right. And some of you might be thinking, well, I don't know how to even begin. Well, if you can invite people to things, you can do this.
It's that simple.
You can really do this, because that's all we train our people to invite them to events that we the people that are seasoned, that have been doing this for a while, and we just educate people. We teach them that there is a better way. There really, really is a better way. So we want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. We pray that you will leap at this opportunity, that you will see it for what it is, and you'll realize that, I've spent $100 on, going to Target and walking out and going, man, what did I buy? But this is an investment that can completely change your future. Someone must be taking selfies of or pictures of us. Nice. So thank you guys so much for getting on. I want to encourage you to get back to the distributor who did invite you on to totally talk through, ask all those crazy questions. And we're going to stop the recording and open it up for question and answer too. So thanks, guys. Have a great night.
Yep.